Hello and welcome back to the Controlled Chaos podcast. We're your hosts, Christian and Kaylin.
Sorry for the delay on episode one. We had some difficulty finding a time to record as we both had a very busy weekend this time of year. But we are back now and ready to record all our other sessions.
Today we'll be telling y'all a little bit more about our stories back from high school, starting with a little bit of prom and then moving on to what happened after prom. And then we'll go into our grad night experience with whole Disneyland and everything.
Yeah, talking about prom. First of all, me, Christian, a bunch of our friends, the OG group we talked about, I think last podcast. Some of the people from there, members there, we all went as a group to prom together. Me and Christian went together in the same car ride. We were actually gonna go to a park where we were gonna take some pictures and basically have like a whole little like highlight thing with Josie, Alana, and then some other people there. And getting there was a struggle because we had to wait for I think it was Alana to get ready
Yeah, it was Lana.
because she had like her whole dressing and her whole makeup and all that. So we had to wait for her to get ready in order for us to get to where we needed to go. So that was a whole ass ordeal to even get to the fucking park to begin with. And once we got to the park, we had to waste more time there because by the time we got there, Josie was like about to leave.
Yeah, and
And
we all had to take pictures and everything. We all had to figure out what type of poses we want. All our parents wanted pictures and certain things, pictures with certain people. This took so long and then yeah, so it was pretty annoying.
yeah, most of the pictures, I only took like 3 pictures of myself. The rest were like a bunch of group photos on Polaroids. I think I have one of them in my, actually, I do have one of them in my house. Yeah, I have a little Polaroid picture of me, Josie, and Christian. And I know Josie's sister was all up, had like a really nice camera, so she was just like taking a shit ton of pictures. Which I don't know if even she even printed out yet, because Josie was like, "Oh yeah, mom's gonna print them out."
Oh
At
yeah, his
Walgreens.
mom said she was gonna make us a little package and like with a bunch of pictures of that night. Well, that evening, but it never happened.
Yeah, so I say to press Josie about that because I want those pictures. They're probably really cool and all that. Yeah, that was us going. That's even prom. That's just us before prom, and then during prom, I think Chris has a little thing to talk about.
Yeah, so our prom was held at the Pacific Aquarium of the Pacific. Sorry about that. And it's down in Long Beach. It was kind of cool. It was nice being in there. Seeing the aquarium at night. I think I'd only gone there maybe like
I've
once.
never gone there to begin with.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been there, so I was like, "Oh shit, there's a bunch of stuff here."
Yeah, I've only been there like once, and I remember we had to wait in line so for like security to pat everyone down, and it was so annoying that
Yo, that padding wasn't even a padding, bro. They really just like touched you like a little bit and like you're good.
Man, it depended on what security guard you get. I got Colonel Sanders, the big old white
The
dude,
big old white dude.
and that man made checked you, like you could feel his hands on you.
Nah, I got Bill. He literally just touched you. Was like, "All right, you're good. Keep going." I could have
Yes.
snuck in a gun, some weed. Yeah, just kidding. No, that's good. That's very bad.
Yeah, you could have probably snuck in a lot of things. They patted you down, but it wasn't good enough to the point where like, oh, you can't take in something. Like I'm pretty sure a bunch of people were could have figured out any way to like take anything in.
History.
Yeah, keystring maybe, but I don't think anybody wants to go through the pain of that.
Jeremiah.
So the beginning of prom, they let us go upstairs where the actual aquariums are. For anybody who's been to the aquarium and knows the layout. And we're all walking around trying to just looking at the fishes, trying to see what's happening. They had food too, so we're walking around eating. They had tacos, which was like the weirdest thing ever for prom.
I didn't eat at all in prom.
Really?
I never tried any of the food. I only ate with like the dessert things. That's about it. But I didn't eat any of the food.
I wanted to eat a lot more tacos, but I didn't want to feel fat and like keep going up there and like feel dirty about like eating so much. So like I think I ate maybe like one bowl of tacos. And then the rest of the night, I kept snacking. So I just kept getting like bowls of like candy that they had on the table, and I just
So
kept
you
eating
feel you
candy.
might feel fatter by eating about all the candy bar, but you don't want to feel fat eating all the tacos.
Yeah, I know. Because that and I didn't want to keep waiting in line for tacos,
Oh, that's
you know. So I was just like, oh, candy's right there. And then it was nice, I guess. It would have been cooler if they let us stay up in the actual aquarium area
Oh yeah,
longer.
they close it off by a certain time. We were all like, damn, I want to see all the freaking fishes and all that.
I know, but the crazy thing was there was this one time. Well, not this one time, but like one of the parts that happened to me and my date Alana. We were walking around. We're downstairs, and then we are like, okay, let's go back upstairs and look at all the tanks. So we decided to go up. We see some people passing down, and then like the two of her friends stop us and they talk to us. They don't say anything. They don't make anything seem weird. And we're like, okay, we would say bye, and then we keep walking in. And we're walking around, and we're like, hey, why is it so dark over here? And we're just like, I don't know, maybe they just turned off the light for some reason or like something. And like we don't see anybody, and we're just like, damn, where's that? Where is everybody? And we're just walking around, messing around up there until eventually a security guard finds us and is like, hey, what are you guys doing up here? And we're like, oh, we're just walking around. And he's like, you're not supposed to be up here. It's closed off. And we're like, yo, no one told us. So we're just like, well, we're sorry. We'll head back down. And we were scared like he was going to do something to us or whatever. So, we just quickly walk away from him and head back down and hang out down there the rest of the night. We didn't really dance or anything.
No, but they played some fire ass songs. They played "Hot Nigga" by Bobby Shmurda towards the end.
Oh yeah,
bro, that was probably the highlight of my night. That shit was amazing.
Yeah, they did play some good songs at least. After though is the best part. So prom, it was cool enough, but then we get a Denny's. So Caitlin, you want to tell them a little bit about Denny's?
Denny was probably the funniest thing that could ever happen to us. So it was a group of I want to say at least 7 or 6 of us. There was like Alana, Ashlyn, Kylie, Jason, Josie, Christian, and I. So it's about 7 of us. And Sebastian, actually, there's 8 of us. And so we all decided, yeah, you know what, it'd be a good idea to walk to a Denny's that was about like 4 miles away.
Well, first, we didn't actually plan on going to Denny's.
We wanted to go to Hooters.
Oh yeah, everybody kept wanting to say going to Hooters, but all the girls are like, "Nah, let's not go to Hooters. Nah, we don't want to go there."
That's sexy.
Yeah, we were originally gonna go to like some weird
Was it a steakhouse?
I don't think it was a steakhouse. I don't know. It was just it was more like an actual restaurant, and like you had to reserve a table or whatever. And we were like, yeah, we're not gonna wait for that because it was super busy in there already at that time. So we're like, okay, no.
All right, the nearest Denny's is about 3 miles away. You guys want to walk? And we were like, all right. So all of us had to walk. Keep in mind, I think only one girl bought a change of clothes. She had to change of shoes at least.
That was Alana. So she had flats, so she was good for walking around the rest of the night. Everybody else was walking in heels.
Ashlyn and Kylie was walking in heels. Me and Josie were like, all right, we got to stay in the back or else we don't want to get kidnapped. So because there was some sketchy areas we had to walk by where it was cracked floors and shit. You could easily just get kidnapped.
Yeah, just the back areas of parking lots where no one is, and you see one random homeless dude, and you're like, damn, I don't want to get raped.
Scary shit. And we had this one time we found the little scooters that you can buy to use around for an hour or something. And Sebastian was offering to pay for us because they were $1 each. There was 8 of them, and there was 8 of us. We were like, cool, then let's just get them. And then we needed a valid driver's license. So we were like, oh well.
Yeah, so none of us could use them, and it sucked because I think I don't even think we were a mile into the walk yet, and we were all excited, saying oh, we're gonna get there, we're gonna be fine, we're gonna get there fast, we're gonna be on scooters, it's gonna be fun. Nope, had to walk the rest of the way still. It was boring.
I thought the walk was fine. Honestly, I wasn't even complaining. I think the highlight though was when we found that really cool fountain area.
I forgot about the fountain.
And we took pictures there. And I think Kylie took off her shoes to just get into the fountain.
Yeah.
And we were just like, all right, well.
She asked a random couple to take a picture of us. And
yeah.
I remember for some reason, I don't remember who, but they kept splitting up from the group when we were trying to take the group picture. And the lady taking the picture was like, hey, you guys are a little too far, trying to scoot in a bit. And they didn't want to. So you look at the pictures now. It? I think it may have been Jason. I don't remember. I think it was Jason, and they were telling him to hey, scoot in a bit, and he didn't.
Yeah, because Jason felt really awkward because Jason wasn't originally part of the group. He just kind of assimilated in there. We were okay with it because it's Jason, he's cool. And so after that picture, I think all of us were like, let's add Jason to the group chat, and so we just put Jason to that group chat that we have now. So that's how Jason kind of correlated into there. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So after that, we continue our walk. We finally get to Denny's, and then the actual fun was at Denny's. Yeah. We order our food. Everyone's super tired. I think Kylie passed out.
Kylie fell asleep right on the table when her food came, and she still fell asleep while the food was there. It was pretty cool and funny. Yeah. I think Alana fell asleep on Ashlyn for a little bit. Ashlyn fell asleep for a little bit. I think me, Josie, and Jason and Christian were the ones actually awake, and Sebastian that were all the ones awake.
Yeah.
And then we order our food, and Josie decides to order this food and get celery.
Oh yeah, he got what was it?
Tenders.
They were chicken tenders, yeah. And then they were spicy ones.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to come with a bowl of celery.
And Josie gets his food, and we're all just gonna sit there eating. And Josie's like, "Yo, where the fuck's my celery?" And so, and then the waitress never came around at all. So Josie was like, "I'm not gonna eat my food till I get my celery." So he waits for the lady to come by and he says, "Can I get my celery?" And then she's like, "Oh yeah, go get you your celery." And I think that was like another 10-minute wait just for his celery. And then he
No, I
didn't.
think they told him that they didn't have celery, didn't they?
I don't know what he ordered. He ordered something. No,
He had to wait for a long time because they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll get your celery," and then nothing happened, and we were like, "Hey, where's the celery?" And then like finally, just like, "Okay, I'm gonna ask again." Asked, and she goes back into the back, and I think she came back and was like, "Hey, we don't have any celery."
and I asked one thing, and then he didn't have ranch for him. So he had to wait for the ranch also, and it didn't come to like he was almost done with his food, and he was just passing around the ranch like who wants it and like who wants it, who wants it. I think me and Jason both got a burger.
Oh yeah, you guys. Oh, remember that random piece of bread that just
Oh
appeared? No
yeah,
one knew who
so
it
so we
was.
all I ordered like fries, so I didn't get any bread. But some of the people that ordered it, they could choose like their sides and shit. And there was just this random plate of bread there, and no one knew who it was. And we were like, "Yo, who ordered the bread?" And everyone was like, "I didn't order anything. I didn't order anything. I didn't order anything." So we were like, "Oh shit, it's just gonna stay there." So no one ate the fucking bread, and so we just like stayed there in the middle. And we just all stared at it like, "Damn, like should we eat this? Should we not eat this?"
Yeah, I don't even remember what
I
happened
think we just
at
left it
that point
there.
with the bread. Like we were all just so confused about like, oh, we don't want to eat it because what if like someone remembers, oh, that was my bread.
I don't want no beef. But and then
Yeah.
we had Josie's diabetic, right? Our homie's diabetic, and he was out all night without his insulin shot.
Yeah, because he didn't want to take it from because he didn't want them to say anything about it and not let him take it in. So
Yeah.
he was like, okay, I'm gonna just like, I'll be fine and just like wait it out.
So this man ate so much candy and shit without his insulin shot. We still go to Denny's. He eats more, and I think he had a milkshake also. And it's more sugar to him. So this man's like he starts like tweaking, and like we were just all sitting down doing nothing, and he starts going, "Oh my god, who's touching me? Yo, who the fuck is touching me? Who's touching me?" And then we're all like Josie, no one's touching you. And he's like, "Jason, did you touch me?" Just like Josie, I didn't touch you. And he's like, "Oh my god," he's like, He's like, "I'm on something because I'm tripping out. I need my insulin. I'm gonna die." He's like, I'm feeling someone's touching me. I see things." And we're all like, "Josie, chill out. You're gonna be okay."
He was going
And then
crazy.
we saw this one homeless dude outside the window just like tweaking out, and we're like, that's gonna be Josie when this man doesn't get his insulin yet. And Josie was like tweaking out for a good while. And he got really paranoid for a little bit because he thought he was actually like tweaking.
I know. We stayed at Denny's till like 2 in the morning, and then we finally called our rides in to get picked up. Me and Kaylin went with
Alana
Alana and her mom, and then the Jason and Sebastian both went with Josie
with
and her
Roman's
mom. Oh,
car.
and Roman's car, not his mom. Yeah, and then the funny story about them going with Josie's uncle Roman was that on the way back, that man was going 100 miles per hour on the freeway just speeding back. So like for any of you know that how far Bellflower is from like well think about more of like the Aquarium of the Pacific and how far it is from Bellflower.
It was like
That they
it's
made
like
it back in like a 20-minute drive.
yeah, and it's like
I
what
don't
is
even
it like an
remember
hour? Not, I don't think it's an hour.
like 40
It's
minutes
like
I
a
think.
40
It's like
minute
a 40
drive.
minute drive.
So that man cut that shit in half, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I remember Josie thought it was like super bad for him to be in the car because like he was just speeding.
Yeah, they were telling us about how they hit like a little bump and they went flying a
Yeah.
bit and they were scared that he was gonna like lose control or whatever and they were gonna crash.
However, what happened at Denny's? So basically, one time at Denny's also, it was at Denny's, it's the same Denny's night. But Christian had fell asleep, and so this joke came around with me and Jason say Choco Nana, because that's what Christian had to order on the menu. And Christian just passed out, blacked out for a good minute with his eyes open.
Oh, I forgot about
So the
that.
server just walks by and she's like, "Yo, so like, whose food is this?" And so he's like, "Choco Nana, right?" And me and Jason started laughing because the Christian wasn't answering. And Christian looked around like, "Yo, so whose food is that?" And so we're all waiting for Christian to respond. So me and Jason just started laughing because he's like Choco Nana Christian, and now like, me and Jason had that little joke of Choco
Yeah, I
Nana.
like completely zoned out when the waitress brought my food. And like how Kaylin said, the name of my meal was the Choco Nana, which was like a plate of pancakes. And the waitress comes and she's like, Choco Nana? Choco Nana? Choco Nana? And like, I'm just like, whose food is that?
No, I think you said, "Yo, what kind of a name is Choco Nana?" And you're that's your food, Christian. Like, oh,
Yeah, I finally look at, I finally like remember, hey, like that's what I ordered. And I look at the waitress. I'm like, oh, that's my food. And she just looks at me like, Really?
You fucking
It's like this
dumbass.
long to realize it was your food.
Yo, you made me look like a dumbass. I thought me and Jason were laughing and we were like, and Choco Nana, man.
Yeah, the rest of the night, Jason kept looking at me, being like, "Choco Nana."
Choco Nana. That shit's funny. Yeah, so we all ended up going home after that. It was like 3 a.m. at Denny's. It was fucking. We all went home. We were all tired. We ended up falling asleep. So that
Yeah.
was prom. And then we had some other senior activities. We had grand night. Grand night was fucking retarded and tiring and fun and tiring. I'll let Christian get into that about what happened at the beginning of it.
Okay, so we find, so we're heading to Disneyland. We all get on the buses. We get there, and instead of going through the normal entrance in the front of Disneyland, we have to go into the side entrance. And it's funny because when before you get off the bus, this dude comes in, like a worker from Disney, and he's like, "Hey, if you have anything bad on you, you have one chance right now to throw anything out, and we'll ask no questions. There's a bin over there called the No Questions Asked bin. You can throw whatever you want. You got drugs. You got a gun on you for whatever reason.
Yo,
Like, just throw that in there."
imagine being the dude to pull out like a Mac 10 and just says, "Oh fuck, you I got to throw this away."
Hey, no questions asked. You can't say anything about that.
Yo, I'll be so funny. Imagine the janitor when they clean out the fucking bin, right? And he just opens it, sees like a gun, some weed, like some cocaine, a knife, like a katana, like some fucking bomb or something. He's just like, who the fuck brought this?
Yeah, so they were like, "Yo, if you guys got anything on you, you gotta throw it away there. Like, you got food on you. Like, oh yeah, so and so like Disneyland now, they let you bring in food. I don't know if there's a restriction on like what type of food you can bring, but I know if you go into the main entrances, they let you bring it in. But through those side entrances, they didn't let you bring anything, not even water.
Oh
So
yeah,
you had to
about the
throw all
water.
food out in those things, right? So they finally let us out. We get into line. They give us our tickets. We're waiting in line to get through security, right? And before we get to like the first security guard that like searches our bags, you can just see so many people like getting their water bottles and like chugging them, or if they know they can't drink them, they're just throwing them into the plants, or they're taking all their food out of their backpacks and just trying to eat it all and like sharing it around, be like, "Hey, who wants something?" And just trying to get rid of everything so they don't have to waste it. And then we finally get to the bagging station, right? They check everything. They'd make you open your bag, take everything out, and if they saw food, they didn't even ask about it and like say, "Hey, what's this?" They just grabbed it, threw it into a trash can. If they saw that you had a water bottle, like a closed one, let's say like a metal container one, right? They tell you, "Hey, open it." They'd open it. They see water in there, and they just turn it around and dump it all in a trash can.
I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of
Yeah, it
that.
was so sad. Like I saw like girls like with their water bottles, they take them out. The security would open them up, and they just dumped all the water. And I was like, damn. There was this one kid who had a whole burger. Like I don't remember. I don't
A
even know.
burger?
Yeah, he had a burger. I don't know where he got it from, but he had a burger, and like it was like a combo or whatever. Man had like a whole meal in there for himself. And they open up his bag, they grab it, and just throw it away instantly.
Oh, that
And we were just
sucks.
like, damn, I would want to die. If I had to waste money on that, just for it to be thrown
I would
away
have beat
right in
that
front of
security
my
nigga's ass,
eyes.
bro. But at least let me put it to the side and eat this shit. Like, dude, fuck, I
Like,
paid
let me go to the
money.
back of the line real quick and finish it.
God damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so that happened. And then after that, we go through the metal detectors, right? So metal detectors, same thing. You have to empty everything out and then they check it again, and you walk through to make sure everything's good. Then you got your dogs that sniff you down, and then you got your ticket station, so where they check your ticket and be like, "Okay, you're good. You can walk in." So that took forever because there were so many kids, not just from our school. There were multiple other schools too. So we had to keep waiting in line so long.
Yeah, and after that whole waiting time, I think it was we all met up at this at the first ride location, which is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, because it was like right next to the
Yes.
entrance, the side entrance that we
Yeah,
went
so we
through.
were all like, we're just looking around. We're like, fuck it, let's all go on Guardians. Except Jeremiah, because I think of his heart condition or whatever.
Oh yeah, his heart, because he was
Yes.
like, "Nah, I ain't
So
trying to risk
he was like,
that."
I ain't trying to die. So we're like, all right, cool, whatever, let's all get on. So we're all getting on. The wait time was like, I think like only like half an hour, or like it's 40 minutes or some shit.
Yeah.
So we're all going in there. We start making jokes. And we told like, oh, Josie, look, you look like this dog. We were like, oh, okay, look, you look like this ugly ass monkey or some shit, you know. So we were all doing some stupid shit in there. Then we get to the actual ride. And I think Josie was like, "Oh no, it's fine. It's like it's just gonna throw you up and down." So all of us were like, "All right, cool. We're already not gonna get dropped, right? At least it's not a surprise or anything, right?" So it's just it starts off with just getting pulled back, and you're just like, "All right, you already know you better fucking start
Oh yeah,
fighting."
it goes fast. You sit down and it's like ready, and then you just get thrown back real
Yeah,
quick.
and I remember I was like, "Yo, I will fucking die." And it just drops you. And I'm a lightweight person, all right? I only weigh like 120 pounds. I'm like 5'3", right? I'm a short, little, light guy, right? So imagine me sitting down this fucking chair, no handlebars, no nothing. I just start flying in the air, and I'm like, yo, if I fucking die right here, right now, I ain't trying to be the nigga that pissed his pants on this ride, right? So I'm trying to hold in everything I can because I'm like, yo, this shit hurts. And it's just one little thing where it takes you all the way up till you can see the entire park, and it just drops you. And at the exact moment, my balls decided to go all the way up my pants, and I'm just like, fuck, oh, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt. And I remember looking at Angel next to me, and he had the exact same face of like, my balls are gonna hurt. And we just lock eyes and just go, once it stops, my balls just dropped and hit the plastic chair. And all I heard was a big old like, and I thought that was like everybody else's. That was just my nuts hitting the chair. So I was just like, fuck. So I get up, and I remember because the group there, I was sitting next to Martha, and Martha's just like, "Why are you shaking so much?" I just told her, I'm like, "Oh, I was just scared." And in reality, it's just that I hit my fucking ball so hard, so that shit was just hurting. So I was just shaking so much. I was like, "Yo, that shit hurt." I was in tears.
Yeah, that ride was scary. That was my first time ever going on a ride like that.
Oh, same. It
And
was
like
heavy.
I remember it went up and it went up so fast and like I could just feel in my heart like I feel like I'm gonna die. And then it went down and like I sat right next to where one of like the little handrails was and I was gripping it so
I didn't
hard.
get one of those. I got it the little side one, so I was like, "Oh, there's no point in holding on to this
I was
shit."
I was right next to the wall, so I got a little grip, and then me and the Lana were holding hands, so we were just gripping each other super
Oh,
hard.
dude.
And I remember our hands were super sweaty from how hard we were holding
Yeah.
everything because of how scared we got.
Me and Angel were just yelling so loud, and Josie was just singing along to the song, all happy and shit.
Yeah, Josie was so happy.
And I was
Nothing
like,
phased
"What are
them.
you talking about?" He walked out like, "Woo, that was good, right?" And I'm like, "My fucking balls hurt." I was like, "Fuck, man."
I know, man. It was scary. So yeah, basically, grad night was most of our first times at Disneyland, like ever for a lot of us. I had been, I think maybe like twice as a little kid, but I don't
Same,
remember like
same.
anything. I remember getting lost there, and like my mom finding me again.
What the
When I
fuck,
was a
really?
kid. Yeah, I got lost at Disneyland when I was a kid, and like my mom got like super scared. Other than that, I never went back because, like, when I was older. So I was like, Disneyland's whatever to me. I don't have any like needs to go back. And then grad night came up, and I was like, oh, I get a chance to go to Disneyland, get to go with friends. It should be kind of cool. But since like none of us had gone there except Josie.
Josie goes there like almost every year or some shit.
Yeah, so we were like, okay, we have no idea where to go or what are the good rides and like, which ones are gonna have like good wait times or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had Josie basically be our tour guide of like the whole park, being like, oh, this is this, this is this,
Oh,
this is how you get this.
keep in mind, all right. So the OG3, which is me, Josie, and Christian, we're basically being the mom and dad of the group.
Oh yeah,
Because we
the original Disney gang.
the original Disney gang, right? So we were like, okay, if anyone wants to do anything, it's gonna run by us three, not just one person. Even though we ended up dropping everything on Josie because he knew more. But like we were all like, okay, like we want to do what we want to do, but everybody else is just irrelevant. We're gonna do what we want. And basically, so me, Christian, and Josie were always saying like, all right, that's good. Let's all do it. Let's all vote on it. Let's all do this. Let's all do that. And Josie was being like a mom. It was making sure none of us got lost, and she was always trying to be like, "All right, guys, do this right, do this wrong, or some shit like that." So it was pretty cool. But yeah, Josie was like basically our navigation guide for the entire park, and basically was like, "Okay, look, this ride is over here, and this ride's over here. This one has a lower waiting time." I think Sebastian had like the whole like
Oh
schedule.
yeah, he had the map so you can check the waiting time.
Yeah, he could set the waiting time.
But Josie knew like which ones are good, how, and he was able to describe to us. Okay, this is gonna happen. This is what you're gonna feel. All of that, so we could be ready for the ride.
Yeah, never trust anybody that hypes you up. That's just the worst. If you're listening to this, you know who you are, who hyped me up, and I got super fucking scared for one of the rides. So fuck you for doing that.
Oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
No, I said oh, that one too. No, it was for hyperspace. It was for hyperspace.
Oh, hyperspace.
No,
Oh, hyperspace was scary. Not because like how fast or whatever it went, but because of how low the railings were,
Oh yeah,
and
for
since
Christian.
I'm 6'6", so I'm out here in the little cart just trying to bend down, making sure my head doesn't get hit. Or like I didn't even put my arms up. Like I was having fun on there, but I was like, nah, I ain't trying to get out of this ride missing a hand, man. So I was like, nah, I ain't putting my hands up. I'm keeping them on this rail.
The most disappointing ride was Pirates of the Caribbean. I was so sad. I remember going there as a kid and there's being like this really big drop at the end. And you get soaking wet. And then we went there and we were hyping up Alana. Like, yo, this ride's gonna be sick, gonna get wet, there's a bunch of like drops and shit, it's gonna be cool. So me and Christian are just like, Alana, you ready? You ready? You ready? We're gonna fall. And it was nothing going on. And we were like, okay, at the end. And at the end you get like picked up and we're like, yeah, it's gonna happen.
Oh
We're gonna
yeah,
do
we
it.
started going up and we're like, oh damn, we're going up high. We're gonna drop. This is gonna be fun.
And all it is, it's just literally just goes up and like you're back at the top and we're like, oh,
Yeah, we were all pretty sad. We were like, damn, we hyped everyone up for nothing.
yeah, exactly. I think one of the cooler rides was the one with the Jeep. I think it was like the Indiana Jones
Oh,
ride.
Indiana Jones?
That was sick. I remember who was on the edge?
The Edge? I don't remember. Did we even go in the same cart?
Yeah, we did.
Did we? Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Oh no, was it Josie? I don't know who I was with, but it was so much fun. I love that ride. I remember they had to go backwards, and it was like the best thing ever.
Yeah, one of the other scary rides. Well, it seemed scary at first. Was Incredicoaster. I remember
I
we
didn't go on
saw
that one.
we saw Incredicoaster and we were like, damn, that looks fun. But I remember seeing the loop and like the whole time I'm like, I'm scared. I was telling my friends like, yo, I don't want to go on this. I'm so scared right now. I never been on a loop before, and they're like, you'll be fine. So we wait in line. I think we were waiting in line for so long. We were so tired, and we finally get on the ride. And it goes by and it goes by super fast, and it ended up being super fun. And I was like, damn, I really want to go on this again. But the wait time was like an hour, and we were all like, yeah, we're not doing that again.
I didn't get on that one. I remember I didn't get on for a lot of them. I just didn't care. But I remember we ended up let's call it that day, that same day, around that same time actually, maybe before the no, it was earlier that day. We ended up going to this one ride. It was like this. I don't even know what it's called. It's like Honda Circuit or some shit like that. But it said you could just drive cars around, and it was pretty fun. So I was paired up with Martha, and then let's call it
Josie and Jason.
Josie and Jason were in the front of us, right? And we were chilling, we didn't care, we didn't give a fuck. But then Josie starts braking. I'm not the one driving, Martha's driving, right? So I'm like, she's already fucking freaking out because Josie keeps braking. And I'm like, dude, just hit him already, just fucking hit him. And then Josie starts breaking more and more as we get closer. And I think we actually ended up hitting him. But Josie didn't realize it because we were braking, the people in the back were braking. So we just had this entire snake line of traffic cars coming in from the beginning to the end. And Josie just kept braking and started laughing. And I can hear his laugh from my car. And I'm like, oh my god, this kid's gonna fucking just cause a lot of problems right now. And all you see is a line of like cars just right behind us, and we were like, Josie, you fucking idiot! You caused an entire fucking traffic jam, and he was just dying over it.
One of the things that sucks about Disney, and I'm pretty sure anybody knows this, and pretty much about like any amusement park, is the food, right? And we're getting late into the day, and everybody's hungry, and we're like, okay, you know, we were waiting for like two rides. We had fast passes, and we were like, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to go eat. And we're like, okay, where are we gonna go eat? And we all decided, hey, Pizza Planet looks really cool. So we're like, okay, let's go to Pizza Planet.
Oh my god.
And it was so dumb. No one really knew what was happening. I remember like a few people made like a plan to buy like two pizzas, like two full pizzas. And they're like, okay, we'll just share these. But no one really knew. No one, they didn't like say it like
Out
good
loud.
enough, out loud enough, and like good enough to where everybody knew that like, okay, we're gonna buy these two pizzas for everyone. No one else has to buy food, right? So, people are getting other food, and we're like, and then they come up to us and like, what are you doing? We're buying food for everybody, and we're like, what? And like, we're all so confused, and like, everything's weird. And the thing that sucked even more was it was Kylie's boyfriend at the time, right?
Anthony? Yeah.
Anthony, and he didn't read the numbers right, so he thought a full pizza by itself was going to be like super cheap. So they were like, oh, let's buy two. And I think originally they planned on buying like three or
Yeah.
something. And they went up, and the price went up to like 100, like over 100. And they were like, what? So they were like, okay, we can't do this. And I look at them and like, what? You guys didn't like look at the price? And they were like, no, we looked at a different price, and we thought that was the price for like
No,
the
I,
actual
thi-
full
I
pizza.
think it's because he added on drinks and some other shit on
No,
there.
the drinks barely did anything. It was the actual pizzas that costed so much. It was like $40 per pizza, I think, or something like that. Yeah, and we had to put down so much money. I had to throw down a 20 just for two slices of
I think
pizza.
we all threw on 20.
You do you and Ricardo threw down a lot more.
Oh, nigga, I remember we were saying we spent the family here, nigga. Yo,
Yeah.
oh, we were so bad because maybe Ricardo only got like two slices. Also, I think all of us only got like two, and maybe Ricardo was like, "Damn, we really paid like $30 or like 35
I
or some
know.
shit."
I put down $20 and I only ate two small pieces. The person who ate the most was Sebastian Hernandez.
Yeah,
He was eating a lot, and like I was like, okay, I'm not gonna stop them from eating. Like even though I paid, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I paid, so I should get the
yeah, maybe
more
Ricardo either.
pizza.
Because maybe Ricardo was kind of like, "Damn, like even though we paid for it, like fuck, it's kind of our fault for not kind of clarifying
Yeah.
anything with anybody." So we're just kind of like shit, we're kind of fuck it. Let's
Yeah,
just
so I
eat.
was hungry, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna make anybody force themselves not to eat because I feel like I should get more.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucked, and I was mad about that because I was like, damn, I really just had to throw down $20 for two super small
I
slices
remember
of
she
pizza.
looked so angry at the time. I was like, damn, bro, we really should have just got our own food, huh? And I kind of get to it. We all should get our own food. And I was like, damn, nigga, that sucks.
Yeah,
But that was like us eating.
yeah, and then after that, it was just the normal, just going on more rides, figuring everything out, trying out new things. And then the fun part was at night when the actual grad night started, when they kick out everybody from the amusement park, and it's only the high schoolers,
Oh,
right?
that was sick.
You know, first we thought it would be a little more exciting, but turns out that the actual grad night, it's just them putting on
Music?
like music. They had like DJ stations around the park, and each one like had like a different style of music, and like people were like dancing, and we were like, damn, that's
I
just
think
really boring.
Cars Land had like rap, right?
I
Like
don't
hip hop?
remember. I think so.
I think Cars Land had like hip hop and shit. I think like the actual center like walkway area had like EDM music. And I just remember all of us started like people were dancing in like the middle of like the fucking like walkways, and everybody was like, yeah, yeah, they were all hyping it up, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm just trying to walk.
Yeah, but after that, it was super cool being able to go on the rides at night. But the one thing we were looking forward to the most was Guardians again. Like we were all like, okay, last ride we have to do is go on Guardians again.
Oh, I didn't go on
And
that.
we had to be like at the bus stations by like 2 or whatever, and it was already like almost 2, and they were having a water show for the seniors, right? And we were like, nah, that sounds really boring. We don't want to go to the
I
water
should
show.
have.
Not everybody though. Some people were like, nah, we're too tired. We're gonna stay here. So like a couple of us went, and we went to Guardians. It's like super like what's the word, like there was like no one there basically, right? And we go on it. And well, there was no one in like the main outside line. In the inside line, you had to wait a bit, which kind of sucked. And we were like, damn, after this, we're gonna have to book it back. So we go on the ride, we finish everything. Once everybody steps out, we just start running, and we run out through the gift shop, and we run all the way through all of Disneyland back to the buses, and we're like super dying and out of breath just to try and get back on time to make it to the
Oh my
buses.
god, those buses were so fucking annoying. We had to wait for the bus to even take us to our actual bus. That
I
was
know.
so
They were
annoying.
like normal buses that took us to, yeah, like how Kaylin said, to the actual school buses, which took us home. But the
Yeah.
school buses were even worse because, surprisingly, we thought we were going to be the last ones from like our school to show up from because we went to Guardians. Nope. We had to wait like almost another hour waiting for some other kids to finally show up, and like we can't leave them, and like people were like, hey, does anyone have this person's number? And like it just happened to be the one person that like no one knew, so no one had their number to be able to call and be like, yo, where you at? So
I
we just had to wait.
remember I got there and I got lucky because in that bus I had my cousin in there.
Yeah.
So I remember getting there and my cousin had like a seat saved for me already, and I was like, damn, bro, am I the last one here? It sucks. And then like I get in the bus and I'm like, damn, am I the last one? They were like, nah, we still had like two more people left, and I was like, god damn, dude, that sucks.
I know, like I got to my bus and I was like, okay, I'm good. Like even though I may have been like the last one
Even
here.
some chaperones were late.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Miss Smith was with me during that bus. So imagine having the kids that had Miss Smith as their chaperone. They had to wait for her also.
Damn, I didn't even know that. I just knew that there was a bunch of kids late mainly. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I had Miss Smith with me on
yeah.
my bus.
Yeah, the waiting for that was horrible. Everybody was sleepy. Everybody was like, "Yo, where the fuck is this person at?"
Yeah,
Like, we just wanted to go home.
but then like I know my bus was lit as fuck. They were playing music in the back. That shit
Really?
was sick.
Mine was
Yeah.
boring, man. People were just like, "Oh, where the fuck is this person?" Like everybody was getting mad, and I was just like, damn, I want to go home. Like I would just listen to music, trying to wait for everything, and it sucked.
I wish
But
I had my AirPods during that time.
honestly,
I had wires, so I was like, fucking shit, this sucks.
yeah. But that was basically it for the end of grad night. It was pretty fun. Not like uh, anything like super extraordinary happened, other than those like maybe few stories that we told you. But for today, that's everything that we got for you guys.
Yeah, and listen, we got a bonus story though, real quick. This is not completely unrelated to what's it called it to like grad night shit and all that. But it's just a quick bonus story just to like save up time because honestly, this actually didn't drag as much as we thought it would. So how about we just throw in another story in here? So this is a story about Christian and I decided to come chill at my room real quick. And back in my pothead days, I like to call them, I was basically telling Christian, "Do you think if I ever hotbox my room, will my smoke alarm go off?" And so Christian was like, "I don't know. Let's see if he even catches it."
Oh yeah, so I took the smoke alarm down from his wall, and what was it? What did you take out to use?
I took it my wax pen,
Oh
so
yeah,
at the
wax
time,
pen.
and I just smoke into it, and then it starts beeping. I'm like, okay, yeah, it does. All right, let's try to turn it off.
Yeah, and then like I had to search up so many videos on YouTube trying to be like, okay, like how to turn off this sort of like smoke alarm, and like I found a bunch of different like types of smoke alarms, and it was so annoying because I couldn't find the one that he had, and finally I figured it out. But the thing that sucked was that once you turn it off, you can't hang it back up on the wall. It doesn't let you.
Oh yeah, it does. It doesn't let you. It like starts like leaning forward a bit. So our solution was, why don't we just grab tape and not duct tape, but Scotch tape because it's clear, and let's just hang it up back on the wall. So me and Christian decided to get tape and just like tape it on there. And it worked for like months. Like I had it there for months, turned off. My mom never noticed. Nothing ever happened. And then this one day, I remember it's like 2 in the morning, and I'm sleeping. All I hear is a loud thump, and I thought I was so scared. I got up, I got a bat, and I was like, "Who the fuck is in my room? I'm ready to fucking kill someone." And I was freaking out. And I just look up, I see my smoke detector's gone, and I was like, "All right, there's two options here. Either a ghost came and smacked that bitch down, or like there's like that shit just fell." But I thought thinking it would fall, it would just land right there. So and I couldn't find it, and I was like, "Yo, someone must have fucking taken it. Like there's someone in my house. There's a ghost in here. Someone fucking took it." And I ended up finding like right at the foot of my bed on like the other side of the room, and I was like, "Oh, it just rolled." And I was like, "All right, fuck. Well,
Yeah,
shit."
eventually it just kind of fell off now, and there's nothing up there. You can still see the tape. I don't
Yeah.
know. Where do you put it, actually?
It's in my drawer somewhere. It's
in your
somewhere in
drawer?
my drawer.
Yeah,
But
surprisingly, his mom hasn't said anything
yeah,
either.
which is weird. Okay, I kind of assume she just never looks up. So like, I just hope she never looks up there and decides to ask me where the fuck my smoke alarm is.
Yeah, that smoke alarm was so annoying to have to turn off.
I can't
And
turn it back on either. It's broken.
no, wait, no, I think you can actually turn it back on. Can you? I think because if you, oh wait, no, you're right. Once you turn it off, you can't turn it back on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot
it's
about
off
that.
forever.
Yeah,
So well, that's it for this podcast. Pretty short one. I know our last one was like 50 minutes, but I guess you need a break every now and again from us talking. So yeah, this is episode 1 of the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like and all that shit. Drop a comment. What you guys want to talk about in the next podcast, and that'll be it. So see
yeah.
you guys next week.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you all in like couple days. Hopefully, we don't have to miss again. If you guys got any more problems, anything that you think we should improve on, please tell us.
And before all your meme addicts are asking why would you guys talk about Area 51, um, we'll talk about that next time if there's any hype around it because it's too early to tell right now.
Yeah, it seemed pretty dead when I looked at it on Twitter. Yeah, so it didn't seem like anything you should really talk about
Yeah,
anyways.
it was kind of dead. I don't think the only good thing about it right now is the fact that some dudes Naruto run around like the fucking like newsstand, but that's about it.